After discussing general views on conflict, factors and types of conflicts in our previous lessons, I would like to talk about the impact of conflict. Violent conflict has powerful impacts on the reduction of poverty and hunger and on primary education, on the reduction of child mortality and access to water. Armed conflicts harm men and women equally. Let's discuss what exactly the conflict undermines. First issue is political governance. Armed conflict negatively impacts on the rule of law, state capacity and democratic political processes. Corruption and criminality often develop and the influence of military actors rises. Moreover, politically excluded groups are deliberately marginalized and targeted. Second issue is socio-economic costs. Infrastructure, capital stock and household assets are destroyed during armed conflict. Investment declines and household and national incomes decreases. The loss of livelihoods because of the destroy of infrastructure and natural resources and lack of job opportunities coincides with the weakened social safety and the decline in the capacity of the state supply services like health and education. Impacts of violent conflict include declining literacy or a drop in life expectancy and enhanced infant mortality. Due to death and displacement, the collapse of education systems and the loss of educated populations have negative long-term implications for human capital and economic productivity in that society. Third issue is social capital. The influence of armed conflict weakens and, in some cases, ruins the social fabric of societies. Conflict destroys social relations and might cause social dislocation and a decrease in interpersonal and intergroup trust. While social capital within a group can be developed, social capital across groups is declined by the destroy of the norms and values that lead cooperation. Fourth issue is human toll. Armed conflict causes loss of life, disablement, rape and sexual violence, displacement and forced migration, the spread of disease and famine. Loss of life process continues after the end of the conflict with the spread of HIV, AIDS and the presence of landmines. Fifth issue is social-psychological. Numbers of war-affected persons suffer from post-traumatic stress syndromes which contribute to the poor mental and physical health. Women have experienced sexual violence may suffer rejection in their own families as well as the communities. Young people and children are at the particular risk. Experiencing violence at an early age causes higher risk of committing violence in their own societies. Humiliation and betrayal feelings and the desire for revenge might also cause a cycle of violence on those who had done the same to them. Sixth issue is social systems. Violent conflicts ruin families and community life. Family structures are destroyed through the directly targeting women, the recruitment of children to rebel groups, massive displacement and losses of the life and property. Seventh one is a legacy of large-scale human rights abuses. Armed conflict causes from and produces a breakdown in law and order and the preparation of human rights abuses on a mass scale by government, non-state actors, and in the case of transnational conflicts, external actors, focusing on such legacy and finding the suitable ways to come to the terms with it is a main challenge in conflict-affected societies. Left unaddressed, there is a high risk that grievances will remain and societies will sustain locked-in conflict dynamics. Eighth and last one is regional global impact. Armed conflict has different impacts in neighboring countries and beyond as arms, drugs, conflict resources and refugees will spill over the border. Especially mass refugee migration may put a large economic burden on host countries. Neighboring countries might also suffer from damage to cross-border infrastructure. Thank you very much for watching us.